Hi.
Hi, mate.
Hi.
David, are you here?
Yes. Yeah.
Uh, I'm Guillem, and I'm going to start my contribution. Pending towards to your it's now behind the times due to the turbocharger. Last year, recognized it and successful company like Google launched an iPhone the next weeks and was provided with turbocharger. And recognized successful companies, LG launched this their new models with turbochargers and some new lines of consumer electronic devices like Oppo and the Chinese OnePlus, the main one of the main top blockbusters have emerged market with good technology. These companies developing these items to attract people to solve a current problem. Um, for example, if in the middle of the day your battery is running out at work, you can charge it in 5 minutes, for example. And on April took place in Barcelona the Mobile World Congress, and the visitors completely how your 5 minutes and how this item is had in times. Critics say that this item will become a conventional wisdom in the near future, and for the reason I imagine that next year all the companies will launch their new model with technology. Well, the critics been discussing about the turbocharge, and some of them think that it's really an innovation because to carry the day with item conventional charger, and what companies are improving batteries, new material, and is at least another way of occurring. Well, this is my action, and I hope I'm waiting for questions.
Okay. Very interesting. Congratulations contribution.
Hmm?
Without so Yatna and ask you, do you think the charger will work with renewable energy source or with conventional?
Again, it's finished in question. Well, the charger is designed for being used with conventional sources of energy. It's difficult for me imagine a mobile charger with the power of the wind farm, but it is easy to me imagine a smartphone charged by solar, and maybe in the beginning of the year we will read about this in.
Okay. And my second question is, because of its speed, do you think that the turbocharger can reduce battery life?
Project is designed for use the life. That is now one of most the company's customers concerned the battery, and charge it is designed not to the battery. Like no charger effectiveness of the battery is as much your device. Thank you, Anna.
To you?
Recently, contribution. I have to question you. For maybe I have to say that I have some problems with connection to internet and if you can understand in some moment. The first is that understand that we can use battery with some mobile phones. And I have a Samsung Galaxy S6 called by a charger that works with this.
Disruption. Well, I think that next year all the mechanisms will market their new model with the turbo. I think obviously that you can replace current battery. Maybe it will turbocharger will damage your device because it's not designed for being charged with this item. But as you said, I think that next year all the main companies will launch the market their new models provided with a turbocharger. Well,
I suppose the same. Then another question is, how many time do you think will need the rest of companies to launch to the market? A year approximately, or something more?
okay. As I said, from my point of view, for me, it's a matter of competitiveness because we've seen last years how quickly the evolution of those into field.
Hmm.
And I imagine that Well, in the next months, all the companies will launch the market their new model, their new smartphones provided with a turbocharger, because it's a matter of competitiveness for me.
In the next months. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so now it's my turn. We'd like to introduce you to a highly innovative technology that allows to capture the energy from the atmosphere. As you can imagine, if anyone had told Benjamin Franklin when he flew his kite in a storm to prove that the lightning is a electric discharge, that someday all that energy would be mastered to meet humanity's needs, he probably wouldn't believe his ears. A field to harvest lightnings, clouds powering cars, neither do I. It's hardly believable. But after controlling sun and wind sources, after develop tide and wave energies, and also geothermal and biomass energies, it seems time has come to wake up the so-called the giant of renewables, the atmospheric energy. It's only a matter of harvesting and storing lightnings and clouds. It doesn't really sound like much, does it? However, so far, all the attempts to capture the atmospheric energy and transform it in a usable power have failed. There's no way to harness and store the energy from the atmosphere. Until now, perhaps, because a pioneering American company that its team has discovered and is developing cutting-edge technology that harvest and all the atmospheric energy in order to use it. It must really be a technology ahead of our time. And considering that polluting fossil fuels sources are driving to an it's worth to light technology. Because it's an inexhaustible source. It's like end of the. That's all.
Well, Arianna, you did a good presentation, but I have some questions. The first one is, can you imagine an item or a method to absorb the energy from the atmosphere, for example?
Well, it seems quite difficult to imagine how to absorb the energy. But seeing how the world has over the last 20 years to the evolution of energy, it will be possible and it will be easy in the near future.
Okay. And the second one, according to the scientists, when will be available this source of energy for population?
Difficult to say, but as you know, when a technology starts to be developed, it can take about 20 or 30 years or more to be available for population, because going from theory to practice can be an obstacle course, but perhaps it will be less.
It's a large period of time. Well,
yes.
very good.
Okay. Arianna, I have two questions more for you. One of these, well, I understand that it's a good source of energy, but I don't understand how someone can have a technology to use this energy. Do you know the form that they use to capture this energy, or what installations they need?
It's quite different answer to your question, but I will try. Actually, two different methods that are being studied by scientists. There are two main fields, working fields, and the first one is a system that uses new generation lasers that attract lightnings to a specific target. Where it's possible to harvest the energy produced by the line. And the one is a technology based on electric fields, the electric fields of the clouds, and it uses electrodes to generate electric discharge. I hope will convince you it will be possible.
Question. You believe that it will be interesting for the government or for the firms that actually have power in society that use this energy?
Well, I think that in the future it will become more and more difficult and costly to extract oil. Oil companies and also oil producing countries will turn to other power sources, and I hope they will invest in cleaner power sources for the sake of our planet. But who knows, as everything changes so fast.
I hope so. Thank you.
Thanks to you.
Congratulations. Well, I'm David, and I'm going to present my product now. I want to talk about the lithium-ion battery. That is a new technology that I believe that will be applied in electric cars and maybe in mobile phones. Well, first of all, the history of the batteries. This batteries was proposed in the 1970s approximately as a power source for electric vehicles, but nowadays they are improving yet. Actually, you know that electric cars are expanding, so it will be an advantage for the source of energy. And as I tell you, I think that will be an important future. Sorry, I have some problems with connection. I'm touching.
No worries.
As I tell you, I think that will be an important source of energy for the future because now the scientists say that this technology is still 1 decade away of being implemented in the market. And the motivation to talk now about this energy is because I find really interesting lithium-ion battery, because the lithium with oxygen have an energy density comparable to fuel, but just with the use of oxygen from the air. And this is an infinite source. The lithium, of course, is a finite material, but is better than fuel, I think. Another important characteristic is that we could have a car that could make long journeys without the necessity of charging the battery. I think that it is amazing. This battery could be recharged more than 2000 of time. Of course, it will be better for the environment than fuel. For you, I think that more cheaper. Well, actually, the lithium-ion battery is more powerful than 30 years ago when they proposed it, and I think that will be more powerful in some years. In some years will be a higher capacity, better efficiency, and improved stability. Definitely, the expert says lithium-ion batteries will have a future. Thank you to the energy density, as I explained it before, and I believe in this prediction. But by the other way, we have to know that we have other sources of energy like hydrogen or sodium. Well, that's also. Thank you for listening to me, and if you have any question, tell me.
Okay, David, I have some questions for you. Talking about lithium batteries, do you think that oil companies will be receptive to avoid diesel or gasoline?
It is complicated. I believe that not, because we have a big power at society, but we know that there is a finite source of energy, finite material in the earth, and maybe it will be finished in the next 100 years, approximately. Then I think that companies will need to invest in mines of lithium to because this is the first element of these companies, and they have to become better or they go to loss the battle against the risk of.
Okay, you and the second one, the thing that but will we have a large short impact in society?
As I said, if the lithium battery is going to the future, while long in society, but the society change, the world is in the yeah, now that it is necessary to reduce pollution. Batteries will have fuel costs really are to the fuel, but better for environment. And you can use this battery another for mobile phones or other things that have not all last. But in that the link is material, and this is a finite source of energy. If the price of food up in years, if that lithium will be a competitor and will have an impact in society.
I will. Thank you.
Very David, I have also questions. First one is, considering that this technology was first discovered in the 70s, as you said, until now it hasn't been implemented in vehicles. What has changed to make you think that it will be soon applied in private vehicles?
Well, it's true that it was discovered in the 1970s, but it was just discovered as a possible source of energy, as a possible. They in the 70s they didn't know 1970 if it will work at the future. Today, nowadays, we know that can work. It's more important because in all these years we have advances in science of materials, materials technology. The car companies now can improve this technology. They are doing private vehicles now, but this is not developed at all. We need some years to have a good competitor to the other cars.
Okay, thank you. And the second question is, do you think that this technology will be cheap enough to be applied in private vehicles?
Well, I believe that at first will be expensive, but it has some advantage. For example, IBM is improving their batteries to make long journeys, as I explained before at presentation. I think that it will be a good inversion because the research is just with oxygen. Any cost, you only have to pay a big cost for the car at the first moment. But with the actual cars, we have to pay the car and we have to pay the gas oil every week. And if the actual gas oil make expensive car, then I thought be expensive at first, but will be decided by so the gas oil and the technology until it will be cheaper.
Okay, we hope so. So,
have we finished this unit?
Yeah.
yes.
What is the next step? We have to choose the most important innovation unit.
Yes, the most interesting.
Well, in my opinion, after heard the contributions, I think that Arianna did a good presentation, and she talked about, I think, in my opinion, an important source of energy in the future, and I think that it will have a huge impact in society in the future. And well, David and me, I think that we are talking about innovations in the near future, and for the reason I think that Arianna's is is the most important innovation, in my opinion. What do you think?
I agree with you.
As you want, but I think that your contributions are also important because they are more realistic than mine. And mine probably will be applied in 20 or in 30 years, so we have to wait. But as you want.
But it is really amazing that you can use the magnetic net to have a source of energy for us. That is more than shown so far. So
Okay.
Okay.
So we agree. Okay, so bye for now.
bye.
Good work.
Bye.
Bye.